Hello, everyone, and welcome to the teacher training course. I'm Professor Christopher Korten, and we are going to have an action-packed 8 weeks. My goal is the aim of the course is to have a really important moment or flicker of inspiration in every meeting, not just once in the course, but in every meeting. Now, the first lesson is going to shock some of you. Now, I'm going to introduce a big word. Gobstopped. Some of you might be gobstopped. Gobstopped is a British word. In America, we never use this word, gobstopped. Gobstopped means so surprised you're speechless. I'm going to talk about a very basic idea, how to give successful lessons. Now, what is a successful lesson? What is a successful lesson? I have a little bit of a Leonardo da Vinci moment. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. A successful lesson is one that students understand and learn from. If you can do these two things, you're going to have a successful career and a successful business. In my experience as a teacher, when you peel away all the games and fun topics and all the different activities from the lesson, and you just have the core learning segments, it sometimes doesn't look very good. Before we start to get sophisticated, we have to make sure the fundamentals are correct. And in my experiences, they're often not. And so what we're going to do is we're going to peel back the layers, and we're going to start very fundamentally by saying that we have to make sure that the lesson is clear and simple and easy to follow. Of course, kids need to be entertained. I'm not suggesting they don't, but you are in school for a reason. It's an educational institution. So when you're approaching a lesson, it should not be what games can I show them or introduce so we entertain them. That is not a good first question. The best first question is, what's the core learning moment or block? What is it that I want to teach them? What does understanding mean? Understanding means they can easily follow the flow of the lesson. It's logical and clear in each learning segment. They understand. It's so critical to unlocking students' understanding. If you give them a crystal clear example that directly follows what you've been saying, they're locked in and they understand it. Essentially, what we try to do is we try to outsmart ourselves, and we try to be very clever, and we give really difficult examples to simple concepts, and students are left confused. I've seen it over and over, or no one gives examples. That's the most common. We don't give examples. We just talk. Your students will stop making progress because they're confused. No one in the world is excited when they're confused. No one's excited when their questions don't get answered. They're excited. They're more confident when they understand. It's not about me acting smart or clever or intelligent. It's about them learning something the next logical level. Review the last lesson and show the relationship between that and the next lesson, because their minds don't work. For you, it's clear. The relationship's clear. You've studied this. Some of you've taught 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. Guess what? To the new student, it is not at all clear. You need to state the obvious. It's obvious to you. It's not at all obvious to them. This slide is going to be very controversial, and I understand this, and I understand it depends. But if we work from the premise that students don't remember much from the previous meeting, then it actually starts to make more sense that we introduce 30 to 50% new material, and we review, and preferably in a slightly different way, but obviously conveying the same material, same information. We review at least half of our lesson. The 50% is somewhat arbitrary. I'm not saying we have to stick to that. I don't review 50%. I think it is too much, but the interactive activities make it essentially 25%. So I like at least 15%. I think it's really helpful, especially if what you said is important, and every lesson should be important. If you add activities on top of the review, then suddenly you're near 40%. Titling your lessons, asking a question that you answer all the way through the lesson. This is how you ensure clarity, simplicity, and logicality. I asked one key question per lesson. I simplified it. I wanted them to learn something rather than me teaching them everything I know. I could teach them everything I know, but guess what? They would be impressed and about me and know nothing about the subject. Excited teachers, experienced teachers especially, try to make too many points. They want to share everything they know. You spent years accumulating this knowledge. You're now going to pack it into 45 minutes and expect them to assimilate all of this? Obviously, we want to be at the top of our profession, but let me tell you what I'm trying to say, and I'm going to say it differently. We need to be disciplined and stay focused on the key question of the day. Let them know exactly what they're going to learn. Tell them the answer to that question. Tell them what we're going to learn at the very beginning. This is not a murder mystery. You want to help them learn. And you help students learn by telling them right up front, listen, this is the question we're going to answer today. And guess what? Here's the answer. Confused students are never confident. And you can shatter someone's self-confidence by asking them questions that they never get right. You want kids to win. You want them to get the right answer. It's not about you being cool or knowledgeable. Forget about you. And this is the problem with young teachers. If you're a teacher trainer, you've got to be aware of this. Young teachers are insecure, and so they try to make themselves more important.